Welcome back everyone. I just installed iOS 4.15 on the iPhone 7, so let's go ahead and get into it. As you can see, already a couple new changes. This lock screen shows a couple indicators right there, which I'm really cool about, I like, but I will tell you, very small update I think for a majority of people out there, including iPhone 7 users, but I'm still glad this phone is supported. The 6S also got an update, which is pretty crazy. Now I will go ahead and show you a basic, introduction of this specific software, nothing super crazy. You can see this update on essentially all of my iPhones was around 5 to 6 gigs, and you can see 4.95 on my iPhone 7. So very good size update, definitely not a small one. Very surprisingly, I don't know why it's so big because it didn't really bring super crazy things. FaceTime got a really big update. So we now have spatial audio, grid mode. We can now send links out to different people on FaceTime, even if they're not iOS users like Android users and stuff. You can now use portrait mode, and you can share your screen within FaceTime as well. So this is a pretty big update for FaceTime, I think really only for FaceTime to be completely honest. I will make a separate video talking about that specific thing. You also now have live text within the Photos app. So I did try this out on the camera app. It's not really working out for me right now, but you're basically able to kind of scan things, notes and all these things that are handwritten and even text or whatever, and essentially copy that text and paste them into something else, which I think is really, really cool. Also have a separate video talking about that. We also now have a focus mode, which I think is really, really awesome. Essentially, as you can see, stay focused on what matters. You can now go ahead and, I guess if you want a personal sleep, work, you can go ahead and set things to however you want to create a new focus. I will make a separate video talking about that too, but that is also a new feature within iOS 15. We now have some redesigned iMessages as well. They're kind of more so like a gallery app thing, which I think is really cool. Nothing super crazy here, but that is a cool thing. Within Safari though, it also got a really big update. So now, as you can see, it looks completely different for the most part. The text bar and everything is on the bottom. You can scroll, it goes away. But if you swipe up, that's how you go and get into different tabs and everything. Now you can still, I think, get into tabs like this way as well. So it's the same thing. But you can now swipe between both tabs like this. So even though the iPhone 7 doesn't have gestures, it still kind of has gestures with this little thing down here, which I think is actually really cool. We also now have drag and drop within iPhones. So if you like something, you need to drag it, you can go and drag something like this. As you can see, it's not really working out for me that well, but if this one, let's just say I wanted to drag and drop this image, I can go and drag it like this, and I think I can drag it to a different tab or something. I'm not really 100% too sure. I guess we'll figure out later, but you can now drag and drop things within here. Notifications also got a little bit of an update as well, which I think looks pretty cool overall. So as you can see, they look a little bit different, which I think is pretty awesome. And Safari also has the ability of having extensions just like the computer version. So those are the main differences. I also have another iPhone 7 right here on iOS 14. So we can go and do a little bit of a speed comparison between them. And again, this is nothing crazy, just kind of a quick one. Phone calls 3, 2, 1. 14 is here. iOS 15 is on the right. App Stores 3, 2, 1. And for some reason, the App Store is taking a long time today. iOS 14 looks like to be the faster one there. Hopping out of this one, let's do clock 3, 2, 1. And about the same here too, not a big difference. Camera 3, 2, 1. And about the same here as well. Photos 3, 2, 1. And roughly about the same thing. I think 14 was faster. Let's get into the side. Let's get into Facebook 3, 2, 1. And I think iPhone 7, this one was faster. Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And which one will be faster here? I think iOS 15 may be faster. It's kind of a tough one. And you can see 15 does seem to be a little bit faster here. iOS 14 a little bit slower, but definitely not a big deal. I think we're all kind of used to things being a little bit slower and faster here and there. Hopping out of this one, let's go ahead and get into something like Stack 3, 2. I don't even have it here. Netflix 3, 2, 1. And animations I think are slower right now on iOS 4.15, but I think it'll pick up. And 14 was the faster one here, so definitely a quick one. I don't want to get super crazy with it, but I will tell you, or essentially answer the question, should you install iOS 15 Beta 1 on your iPhone 7? I would say, as I've said before, absolutely not. I would recommend staying away from installing a beta on your main device. It does not make any sense to do it just yet. Installing a beta is like, the worst thing you can do for your phone if you use it on an everyday basis, especially on an iPhone 7, which is an older phone. You are better off using, a side phone or using another device like a 6S or something to install this beta on a side device rather than installing it on your main phone. You can always mess up your phone this way. There's just so many things that can go wrong. And as I've stated before, the iPhone 7 and I'm glad it's supported, but you don't want to break this thing, you don't want to mess it up. So I'd highly recommend staying away from actually installing this on your main device. I would much rather you install it on a side device or something like that. So that essentially covers it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.